Loaders at a weightlifting meet play an important role. They prepare the field of play, which includes the barbell, plates, colors, and the platform, so that an athlete can focus on participating in the event without the concern of preparing the space before they compete. This allows the coaches and the athletes to focus on the event while the field of play is set up in a uniform manner. It can be daunting to be a loader, but we're here to give you some tips and tricks on how we can make it easy for you. First, we'll go over the instruments used during the weightlifting session. The barbell, the change plates, and the plates. The change plates are the smaller plates which fit at the end of the barbell. They go in increasing order from 0.5, 1 kilo, 1.5 kilo, 2 kilo, 2.5 kilo, and 5 kilo. The men's barbell is 20 kilos and the women is 15. Also, there's two types of collars. One is a clip, the other is a barbell collar, which weighs 2.5 kilos. And then at last, there are the plates. And the plates will be loaded at the end of each bar in equal increments. First, a note about aesthetics. When loading a plate, there are two sides to the plate. One which is a shinier side where the collar is secured, and on the opposite side are the rivets, as located here. Generally, the preference is to load the initial plate with the shinier side pointing inward towards the barbell, making a preferred photo opportunity for the lifter when they go to receive their photos.
Next, when loading a barbell, the first loader should approach the bar by straddling the end of the bar, squatting down, and grabbing the bar near the collar and lifting it up high. A second loader, reaching on the outsides of the plate, should then slide the plate directly in, ensuring that there is no gap that is between the plate and the collar. If there's a gap between the plate and the collar, it will create a problem for the lifter when they go to lifts. So really make sure that there is no gap between the collar and the plate after being loaded. As the progression happens in the weightlifting event, you'll need to add more weight generally onto the bar. The next thing you'll ensure is we always have the heaviest weight on the inside of the bar and the lighter weight, in this case the 10 kilos, on the outside of the bar. So the first loader will simply keep the bar steady as the second loader then grabs the plate on the outside and slides the plate onto the collar, completely securing it next to the original plate. Next, we'll demonstrate how to load a collar onto the bar. First of all, you'll have the screw head or flange head pointing towards the inside of the barbell. Next, you're going to slide the flange onto the bar, securely getting it fastened in, and then you'll tighten the screw head hand tight. Once that's tightened, to ensure that there is a secure fastening between the collar and the plate, you'll cinch the screw all the way tight to make sure it's secure. And you'll notice that if you pull on the barbell, none of the plates will come off. When looking to remove the collar, you'll first loosen the collar with the hand screw, gently pull it off, and unscrew the head, pulling it directly off, allowing the barbell then to be loaded again. There are two types of change plates that are used during a weightlifting meet. There is a 5 kilo and a 2.5 kilo, and the smaller units, 2, 1.5, 1.5 kilo. These plates will be used to add increments of weight on each side of the bar. There's important to note, though, that the 5 kilo or the 2.5 kilo will be posted on the inside of the collar when the collar is secured onto the bar. The other units, the other collars, will be secured on the outside of the collar after it's been secured to the bar. In this scenario, we're going to secure the 2.5 kilo plate onto the bar first. The next thing we'll do is we'll secure the collar to the bar. If at that point we do need to add more than 2.5 kilos, such as in this case, a 1.5 kilo plate, we would secure it on the outside of the collar on the bar. After you're finished, note that the handle on the barbell should be rotated so it's facing downward before the lift begins. Plates always go in descending order as they did with the initial plates that we secured to the bar. In this case, you'll also note that the 2.5 kilo is closer to the collar on the inside, and the subsequent 1.5 kilo is then secured to the bar on the outside of the collar. We can progressively continue with additional weights as requested, such as the 1 kilo and 0.5 kilo plate secured to the bar. Note that the outer plates are always in smaller increments and units than the inner plates, which are higher increments and units. It is note that all of the change plates are generally a division of 10 between the larger plates, such as the example here where we have a green plate of 10 kilos and a subsequent 1 kilo plate, which is 1/10 the size of the larger plate. All the change plates will progressively increase in unit until you need to add a larger plate. In this scenario, we've loaded the maximum amount on the bar in terms of change plates. We've loaded a 5 kilo, a 2.5 kilo, and a 2 kilo, denoting 9.5 kilos. Instead of adding on another change plate to increase the weight at this point, we would actually remove the change plates from the bar. And then load the next highest increment of the largest plate available, in this case from 9.5 to 10 kilos. And then we'd re-secure the collar back on the barbell.
It should also be noted that equal amounts of weight will always be loaded on each side of the barbell. If there were differing weights on each side of the bar, it would actually incur a missed lift for the lifter and they would need to lift again. And in worst case scenario, it may actually cause an injury to the lifter. When in doubt, the speaker and marshal are always available for questions if you have any questions during the weightlifting meet. As well, experienced coaches and weightlifters will generally be also participating in loading during the sessions as volunteers. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our tips and tricks about being a loader. Hope to see you at weightlifting meet soon.
Oh, yeah! Good lift.